Hi, my name is Keith and I'm a minimalist collector. As I've been decluttering, I periodically come across a stash of stuff. So I found this bin in the crawl space of our house, and it seems to be kind of a catch-all of things that have migrated from decluttering projects and ended up here. So there's some oddities in here, and I just wanted to kind of talk through a few of the things that I found. Here's some cabling. These are RCA cables that I guess just in case I add another unit to my AV equipment. I actually used to have a whole box of these, and this is what I decided to keep. They're probably the better cables out of what was there, but I've gone another 6 months without needing these, so I think I need to make a decision on these. I think e-cycling is where these things are headed. I might see if this is a bit heavier duty than what's actually attached to my TV, which is very possible. Somehow I've still managed to watch everything without harming my eyes, so I could just probably toss these. Some books that I was going to save for higher value. I think I'll just pop these onto eBay though, get them out of the house. The higher value, I bet, is paying down 40 bucks of debt rather than holding onto these thinking that in 5 years they'll be worth 50 instead of $40. So these kinds of things turn up everywhere in my stuff. This is the booklet from Lost on DVD. It's basically a little safety card thing. These kinds of things, like the DVD's long gone, this accumulates. Probably I could find this on Google in 30 seconds. If I can't, I'll scan it, but there's no reason to hang on to a hard copy of this because it needs a home, and this junk box isn't it. These are a couple of odd things to find. These are accessories for an action figure. So I think these go with Jason, Friday the 13th figure, and I have not done anything with my Friday the 13th collection, nor my infamous Jawa collection. Those will be done as separate videos coming up soon, and these are going to sit with my Friday the 13th collection until I decide what to do with a whole lot of them. So I'll just put those where they're supposed to be. Now, before I put these things into frame, they are not real. Keep in mind they are not real. In this bin I have weaponry. So this is plastic. This one is just a dollar store toy. I think I spray painted it all black. I've actually had this over 20 years. Played around with it as a cap gun 20 years ago. The other is a BB gun. This is a heavier, it's metal. It does look like a real gun. It isn't. It is not. It is a pellet gun. I have not fired this in probably 20 years. At one point in my misspent youth, I had a little range set up in my roommate, and I would fire off BBs just to kill time and such. I don't know how to get rid of this, to be honest. The toy gun, I guess, goes into garbage, but I think I need to actually contact my local police and find out what the safest, most responsible way to get rid of this is, because it is. I've actually seen exactly this used in films, in low-budget films, to take the place of a replica, because if you're not looking close, it does look like a real pistol. I guess I need to phone the police, this is going to be the only thing that I declutter that I'll have to contact law enforcement to find out how I declutter it. A lot of this bin is paperwork, tax papers, etc. Here's a nice stack. In Canada, in Alberta specifically, you can get a tax rebate by claiming your, I guess it's a Canada-wide thing, by claiming your bus passes. So you have to hang on to those for your tax year. I've hung on to them for several tax years. These are actually 2007 and 2008. So clearly 10-year-old bus passes I do not need, and even hanging on to them for tax purposes, I do not need these. So they're shiny. You know, if you collect shiny things, yeah, don't. So most of the rest in this bin is tax paperwork. I don't know what the regulations or what the guideline is right now for hanging on to tax paperwork. 6 or 7 years is usually the rule of thumb. I've got about 10 years in here, so they're all kind of neatly organized up. But that I just have to figure out. And I have no idea what this is from. It's from some toy some action figure. It's probably long gone. I have absolutely no idea what this is. It looks maybe like a comet or like someone fired a... I don't know what it is. This is a little travel book that we got as a present for our wedding, and we filled in some pages when we went on the trip. It looks like out of this whole book I filled in, I'm going to call it 10 pages that I wrote in. And I'm sure that this stuff is interesting. What I should do, of course, is scan the pages, the very, very few pages I actually wrote in this, and recycle the rest. Because there's no value in this book. I'm not keeping it up. It's not being used for anything, and it's definitely not bringing any memories into my life because I haven't even touched it. So scan the half dozen pages, and then it goes. Again, this is the third copy of my journal that I have come across. So years and years ago I kept a journal for about 8 or 9 years. I kept a regular journal, and I scanned all of those pages so that I could get rid of them. And I backed it up a couple of times because I was sure that this is the kind of material I would definitely want to access again and needed to keep safe. I have destroyed 2 copies of this already. This is the 3rd copy. And there's no value to this to me. Honestly, a lot of the memories on this there's good ones, but there's bad ones, and they're moments of time. And if I don't need these to bring those memories back. So these should be destroyed, and just let that part of my life go. Most of them are, I had a really hard day at school, kind of journal entries. And none of that is things I need to revisit at all. So take one last look at them, digitally keep anything in case there's something on it that's useful, but in general this will be destroyed. A bit more business paperwork, scan and destroy. More journals. These are the first journals. March 1996. I didn't scan these because they're in these weird books. These I think just should be shredded. I don't think there's anything, again, of value to my life today that was in these books. Journals may be something that you desperately want to hang on to. I'm not going to have children. There's no one to hand these off to. I'm not even terribly interested in the material that's in them, and haven't been in the 20 years that these have been in my possession. So absolutely, if you think that there's a long-term value for your journals, then do what you will. But to me, I'm not looking at these at all. Another journal. And this is a book of photos. So this actually has a home, and that will be something to talk about in a later video. Secrets. And that empties this bin. Mostly a lot of stuff that just needs to be dealt with and eliminated. So that's what you're going to find when you pull a random box out of your crawl space too. So thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time.